Welcome back to the channel. It's November 14th and day 105 of the novel. Overall, it was a fairly busy day, kind of like yesterday. I had a lot of work to do outside. That took up the bulk of the day. Came back in. I made a pretty large meal. And the standard stuff. Built a fire. That sort of thing. It was kind of late when I started writing. And at first the words were slow. Then I realized that I had left a part out of the last scene I was working on. So I had to go back in and add to that. And that was kind of nice though. I was pleased with how that worked. Then I had some issues with my stove. The thing with having a wood stove, unless you just pile it full, like it's something that you kind of have to constantly check, like every hour or two, depending on how much wood you put in it. And I got into the writing and forgot about it. So then when I went to check it, it was virtually out and I had to start anew. So that was kind of a time sink. I had to take care of that and restart. And then I went back to the writing. The next scene I worked on, I really liked personally. I don't know how it'll turn out in the rough draft when I give it to beta readers, but basically I'm in a scene where two of my characters are in a vehicle, they're going somewhere, and the whole goal of this, besides getting them where they're going, is I want to include a weird part of the plot, and I decided to put it in via these radio announcers talking, and one of them is telling the story about this paranormal event that they experienced, and so the telling of that is what I've been writing this evening for the most part. And it's long. I mean, you know, it's not short, but I like it. Like, I like the guy's voice, you know, who's talking on the radio, and I mean, I think it'll fit, so I'm going to write it and see what happens. That's about all I have for this video. It's going to be short. I'm still planning on doing future readings at some stage when I, you know, have the time to look for something and edit it a little bit, you know, and so then I can include that in one of the readings. I will say today was a slow day for subscriptions. I'm pretty sure you can see it, it's visible on my channel, but you can see that I've subscribed to a lot of channels about writing and NaNoWriMo and things like that, and I think maybe only like 3 or 4 people posted anything today. Yeah. So like during the time when I take a break, you know, like I'm going on there to see like what other people are doing, and it's like there's not much there. So that was kind of a drag. Let's see. I had thought that there was something else I was going to mention. I remember now. I decided earlier today that I'm going to start using Twitter again. I have an old account that I have not used in months, and I don't know how complicated it would be to like change it or make a new one. So, but if it's not too insane, I may just go ahead and make a new one, solely focused on writing and, you know, following people who write and posting things about that. So when I've got more confirmation on that, you know, I'll leave some links in the description of one of the next videos. I don't know how soon it'll be. So yeah, I think that's all I have. I hope all of you are well. I hope your stories are continuing to move forward. Whether you're winning NaNoWriMo or not, you know, I hope that you're continuing to try to write every day. I can't include this. I watched one video today. I don't know why I haven't subscribed to this guy's channel yet, but anyway, there's a guy who is doing NaNoWriMo, and he's been talking about it, and I've left him a couple comments here or there. But he said something in one of the videos I watched today about how, like, he had only been able to sort of average like 300 words for like a week, and I don't remember how long ago this was. And you know, he was kind of like, well, that's about my average, and I mean, he wasn't too thrilled about it. But as I have said many times before, in my mind, it doesn't matter if you write 100 words a day or, you know, 5,000. Like, it's just, I think you really gain something from showing up every day and putting forth that effort and trying to do as much as you can do. Like I said, my time tonight with writing has been all crazy. Like, things have occurred, and I haven't been able to sit down and write as much as I want. I know probably I'll end up maybe with, I don't know, 1,500, 2,000, maybe 2,500 words before I go to bed, if all goes well, which is kind of low for me. I mean, usually, even though I haven't been keeping track, but I know kind of in my head, like, I usually get close to 4,000 every night. So it's kind of a bummer, but I mean, I did the best I could with the time I had, you know. Some nights and some days that has to be enough. So that's my moral for you, you know, via this video or whatever. Like, I mean, just allow yourself some understanding and try to do what you can. If you're really passionate about writing and you want to try to do something with it as far as getting a book published or something like that, then I say just try to stick with it if you can, and, you know, keep going. So like this video if you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment down below if you are on Twitter and you want a new follower there, and let me put this in there, and if you post things about writing. I'm really not crazy about following people on Twitter who are talking about other random stuff a whole lot. Also, this is my pet peeve as far as Twitter goes. Like, if I follow you on Twitter, I'm interested in reading your words. So if the bulk of your feed is you retweeting things that other people say, like little quotes or whatever, I mean, if I go through that, after a while I'm like, well, I should be following those people and not you. I'm not saying don't, you know, retweet anything, but just like, that's my thing. If I'm going to follow someone on there, I want to follow them because I want to hear what they have to say personally. So, but yeah, leave me a thing, you know, there again, if you want a follower, and I'm going to start using mine again, I think. I want to try to build more of an online platform, quote unquote. So that's part of the goal. But yeah, like if you enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and you know, have a good night.